And as we do with agriculture on Friday, we go to the farmgate and the prices. It's a report that we're putting together each week on Flow News 24, and we bring it across our programs with both the Morning Show and also Country Viewpoint. The Australian dollar has been trading steady at around 77 cents US. That's been unchanged on last week and still up 30% on the same time last year. Surface water prices in the Murray-Darling Basin continue to track downwards to lows of $75 a megalitre, a price not seen since the 26th of June 2017. Volumes traded were lower this week at 60,000 megalitres and continuing to fall from an 11 January peak of 300,000 megalitres traded that week, obviously when it was a little bit drier. The Eastern Young Cattle Indicator stands at 855.75 cents per CWT carcass weight, slightly up on the last indicator, but still down 7 on last week and 10.46% down on 4 weeks ago. Albeit at those sort of prices, no one's going to be too upset. Prices are remaining about 114 cents higher than at the same time last year. And heading across the states, Victoria probably not as happy as they could have been. They have had their prices fall significantly this week, with their restocker yearling steers, and they've fallen a whopping 147 cents. And that's quite a significant fall, isn't it? That is still, though, better than where it was at the same time last year, which is the good news, 36 cents better. South Australia's prices are low across the board compared with Victoria and New South Wales. Veal steers have fallen hardest, and they're down 42.6 cents to 417 cents, and processor yearling steers at 443, which is not quite as good as what has been happening in New South Wales, where the strongest prices for veal steers have gone to 512 cents, while in southern New South Wales the lowest veal steer prices are at 492 cents. And to sheep prices at the markets, we've had some falls from last year's prices. In Victoria, the prices have continued to struggle compared to a year ago. Having a look at just some of the numbers, light lambs have fallen the most, down 57 cents to 804 cents. And Victoria is having the lowest prices for light lambs, 804 cents compared to, say, Queensland, 953 cents, where Western Victoria, their sheep prices across the board are higher than the Central West prices, with three-strocker lambs at 924 cents compared to 853 cents in the Central West, like Shepparton, Wodonga and Swan Hill yards. And to sheep markets in South Australia, we've seen the price movements slightly higher, with light lambs and largest improver up 41 cents to 826 cents, and SA has the second highest restocker lamb price in the nation, which is good news. Wagga Wagga traded 8,600 less sheep on Thursday, down 32,400 at the yard. MLA attributes the low numbers in their lambs to the decline in prices in the previous week. Southern New South Wales has the best trade lambs at 818 cents, and when you compare those sort of prices around the place, I suppose that's why the yards didn't get filled up at Wagga like they normally do. In grains, New South Wales DPI has reported that the wheat has been steady at $310 a tonne, which is good buying in that sense. Feed barley prices at $238 a tonne, and that's down 0.8% despite what the department reports as strong world markets, as the Saudis purchased 660,000 tonnes, and that was at very, very good pricing at 279.77. That is a tonne of Australian barley. And canola is up 1%. Wool, the Eastern Market Indicator, continues to track upwardly, and of significance, there has been interest from 2 Chinese buyers re-entering the market, with the reporting of those buyers having a bit more positivity around wool markets, particularly in the southern and eastern region. And that is a look at our farmgate. If you want the more comprehensive report on it, go to flownews24.com.au. And coming up on the Flow, a little later on, I'm going to talk about the Czech supermarkets. How do they make sure that their farmers are supported in their country? We'll find out, and whether or not it could be an idea that Australia should implement. It's a good one. That's not too far away here on the Flow Morning Show.